Hello, guys, and welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys doing well. And I'm having an amazing day today. It's a great day, and I'm succeeding in some of the things that I'm planning for. And this is usually what makes me happy in life. It's when I plan for things and I get what I want. And usually, the people here in Germany, although they say many bad things about me, but they also call me a Versucher. And if I were to translate the word Versucher into English, it means the one that tries or the one that attempts. Now, technically speaking, the word Versucher is literally means the devil or Satan, the one who tempts, the tempter, the one that tries to get you to do something. But Versucher means technically the one that tries, the one that does things. And it usually means the one that tries to do things and succeeds. So something difficult, like something that is quite difficult that a lot of people might struggle to do. The Versucher is going to do that difficult thing and he will do it successfully. For example, if you rob a bank, now most people would think, Jesus Christ, how the fuck am I going to rob a bank? No way, I'm going to get caught. This is going to happen. You know what I mean? So if you go and you rob a bank successfully and you don't get caught, then in Germany you would be called Versucher. Now I'm not a bank robber. I've never robbed a bank, by the way. I met a lot of bank robbers before. There was a Syrian guy that managed to rob. Well, it wasn't a bank actually. It was a UPS truck full of like money or some shit like that, and they robbed it. The guy did like 5 years in jail or something. But anyway, so yeah, they call me Versucher. That's one of the good things they like to call me, and that's because I'm usually pretty good at getting what I want. So when I have an idea, something I want to accomplish and get done, I will usually work on it. I will usually get it done. So whatever I put my mind to, I will usually get it done. That's one of the few good things the gangstalkers say about me. Obviously, they trash me in many ways and say a lot of bad things about me all the time. But anyway, so the topic of today, let's not get sidetracked. The topic of today is relating to gangstalking. We have to accept, all of us, targeted individuals, have to accept that the possibility of being murdered, the possibility of being put to death, is definitely a real possibility. Now, I'm not saying that's necessarily going to happen, but I get the feeling that if they don't succeed in getting you to destroy yourself and commit suicide, at some point they might just move in and kill you. And as such, us targeted individuals should be hyper vigilant 24/7. Always be on guard. Never assume anything. That the gangstalkers could not decapitate you and chop off your head and kill you is nonsense. And don't think that the police is going to side with you. When your fucking body is lying there dead and your blood is filling up the fucking sewers, you think the police is going to move? You think the police going to budge? For what? For a fucking TI? They don't give two shits about TIs, man. We TIs have no fucking rights. We don't have rights. We don't have any rights in this society. We are not protected by the police. We are outlaws. Do you know what an outlaw is? A rogue. Outlaw is someone who is not protected by the law. If you so much as touch anybody, you bet you're going to go to jail. You're going to go to jail now. But if the gangstalkers want to harm you and want to destroy you, want to kill you, want to burn down your fucking house, nothing is going to come out of it. They're not going to go to jail. The justice is not going to be served. The police is going to do nothing. They're just going to pick up your fucking body and throw your ass in a morgue, and that will be it. There's not going to be an investigation. They're not going to investigate. They're not going to look into the reasons why you died. They're definitely not going to chase the people that did it. Because when you are a TI, there is no fucking law. Do you understand that? When you're a TI, there ain't no fucking law. There is no fucking law to cover you. The law is only protecting the gangstalkers. It's protecting the rich. The rich and the cocksuckers and the gangstalkers, they are protected by the fucking law. You're not protected by the law. If you were protected by the law, go now. Go to the police station. Go to CPS. Go to the courts. Go to the sheriff's department and say, hey, I'm being gangstalked, blah, blah, blah. This happened to me, blah, 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 blah. And see what they're going to do. See if they're going to fucking help you. They're going to look at you and they're going to put the next fucking donut in their mouth. They'll be like, this donut is delicious. What were you saying? What was that? I didn't hear what you said. I literally didn't hear what you said. So guys, don't assume that you are in safety because you are not. Prepare for the possibility of death. Think of it this way. Being a TI is like being a soldier. You're a soldier in foreign territory. That's what a TI is. You're like a soldier. A bullet could come at you and kill you at any fucking millisecond. Julius Caesar, if he had gone to people and said, oh, there is a conspiracy for murder. People are trying to kill me. People are going to literally stab me to death. People would have laughed at him and said, haha, you're crazy. You're paranoid. And then guess what? What happened? Et tu, Brute. And you too, Brutus. And he got stabbed. 7, 8 people surrounded him with knives, and they stabbed him to death. All right? So don't tell me, that it's not possible that you might potentially get killed or something. You think that the gang stalkers, if they can't get you to commit suicide, at some point they're gonna move on you, and they're gonna move on you, and I mean this. They can do a lot. They can kill you. So guys, be prepared, be on guard, be vigilant. Always have a weapon on you. Doesn't matter, even if it's just a small pocket knife. If you live in America, land of the free, home of the brave, get yourself a gun. Always be strapped, man. Always have a gun. Because you never know what would happen. And I bet you, man, because these cocksuckers, they're not going to come alone. They're going to bring like 10 people against you. And then what? And this gets me talking about another thing. This is more to do with the ego, okay? Because I am a pretty egotistical person. I don't want any of these fuckers to kill me without me drawing blood first. So I think it's actually a good idea to preemptively kill the gang stalkers, and I approve this message. I think that we should be killing gang stalkers. I actually feel quite guilty that I haven't killed any gang stalkers so far. And I'm sure I will find a way in the future to do so. Because if these people are looking out to kill us, and it's just a matter of time before they fucking murder us, we should murder them first. We should be killing, if one of us dies, 100 of these pieces of shit should fucking die. One TI, the death of one TI should be repaid with the death of 100 gang stalkers. Because these pieces of shit are worthless. All right? The death of one gang stalker is equal to the death of 100 the death of a TI is equal to the death of 100 gang stalkers. So I don't want to see us die and get slaughtered and murdered out in the open without us retaliating, or at least preemptively killing them. Death is definitely a possibility, and death is going to come knocking at your fucking door. You need to be prepared for that. Always be strapped, and you never know what happens. And I think a good idea would be if you guys live in America, and maybe you can get yourself like one of those hand grenades. Get yourself like a hand grenade. They're actually not that expensive in America. Like you can get yeah, man, you can get a hand grenade in America for like I don't know, 500 or something. I swear, like 500 or some shit like that. And the reason why a hand grenade is useful because if they attack you in a critical moment and you have that hand grenade on you, and you get surrounded by, let's say, 5 or 6 of them, right? And you know that you're fucked. You know, like you're gonna die. You're gonna die anyway, right? I mean, you're gonna die, right? So it's not no point in avoiding death, right? Because you're gonna die, and then you just take out the grenade and pit, boom, you explode. And in this explosion, I mean, of course, you're gonna die, but also the gangstalkers are gonna die. Like all those 5, 6 people around you, they're gonna die. And I think also about the effect, because the gangstalkers are terrorists, you know, and the terrorists, the gangstalkers, they always do things for effect. They don't do things genuinely. They do things for effect, and the effect they're trying to have is to terrorize you, to scare you, right? So I think we should repay them in kind. The same way they terrorize us, we should terrorize them to let them know that the TI can actually be quite harmful to them. Like when the gangstalker is gonna see like the TI exploding in a blaze or fire, a big explosion, people are gonna shit their pants. They're gonna be like, oh shit, we didn't expect them to actually put up a fight and kill us, and especially not in such a destructive, crazy kind of way. You know what I mean? Like when they're gonna see like this explosion, especially if it happens in a public place and somebody records it and sends it on social media, and then on social media your name is going to be mentioned, and they're going to look at your YouTube channel and they're going to figure out that you were talking about gangstalking, and people are going to know that you're being gangstalked and that you're a TI, and they're going to be like, oh shit, these TIs are actually tough people. Like, you got to scare them. Like, these people are going to be like, oh shit, these people are dangerous. You know what I mean? When they see this like fucking bomb or explosion or grenade going off, they're gonna be like, "Oh shit, this guy like blew a fucking grenade. He wasn't scared to die, And 5 or 6 gangstalkers died as well, So the same way that the terrorists, the way that the terrorist is thinking is he wants to scare you, right? So you have to scare. I don't know how to explain this to you, but the only way to deal with the terrorist is you have to terrorize the terrorist. I don't know if this makes any sense. You're dealing with a terrorist. They're not going to be reasonable. They're not trying to reason with you. There's no diplomacy that's going to work with a terrorist. The only thing you're going to work with a terrorist is to terrorize them back, but to terrorize them even more than the way they terrorize you. So if you're dealing with somebody like ISIS or like a jihadist or Osama bin Laden, not that I personally have anything against these people, by the way, because they're just fighting for their culture or whatever. But if I was against Osama bin Laden, and Osama bin Laden was trying to terrorize me, I would try to terrorize him, right? I would make sure to use excessive levels of violence and brutality to really, really send a message that, like, if you fucking even so much as lift the fucking finger, you're gonna see what can happen to you. And it's because terrorism is a very interesting game. The game of terrorism is who can scare and terrorize and intimidate the other one the most. So you try to scare me, and I'm going to try to scare you, and we're going to see who's going to be scared, right? Because, you terrorize me, I terrorize you. We're going to see who's going to be terrorized. Well, somebody's going to be terrorized. It's either going to be me or it's going to be you, right? So, guys, if you live in America, I think that you're very lucky because you can be strapped. You can have a gun on you, and there's a lot you can do with a gun. Even one gun, you're about to die. You're surrounded by 10 fucking people, and these people are out for blood, and they want to fucking kill you. You get your fucking gun out and you shoot, bomb, 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 as many of them as you can. And you might die in the process, but at least you will take down a couple of them. Right? Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Death is not something to be afraid of, right? Because humans are not meant to be living forever. At some point, you're going to die. You know, you might as well die in a dignified, honorable death. And also get yourself a grenade. They only cost about $500, maybe $1,000. I don't know about the price, but I'm sure they're quite affordable in the US of A. And always keep that grenade on you. And in case of emergencies, dangerous case, you get surrounded and mobbed, and you got like 5 or 6 of these fucking gangstalkers trying to kill you. You take out the grenade and take out the handle, and pew, 5 seconds, poof, all of you gonna go to hell, right? It's gonna be a massive fucking explosion, and all you sons of bitch are gonna go to hell. And if you're gonna go to hell, might as well take 5, 6 people with you. And think about the effects it's gonna have. It's gonna terrorize the gangstalkers, because the gangstalkers is probably gonna record this shit. Of course, somebody exploding in a with a grenade and killing 5, 6 people is definitely gonna make headline fucking news, and people are gonna talk about this shit and go like, oh man, you know these TIs, like we thought we could like terrorize them and mess with them, but Jesus Christ, these TIs are tough, man. You know, they can really fight back. And then they're gonna start thinking maybe, maybe we shouldn't be doing this to them, because maybe they can actually fight back and be dangerous and kill us. And this is actually one of the reasons I really like to, read up and listen to the stories of like, Myron May, Aaron Alexis, and the Baton Rouge killer. You know, all these brave people. And recently, actually, about 6 months ago, there was a TI actually that killed a bunch of people, I think in Boston or somewhere. He shot down, I think, he drove a car, he ran a car over some guy, and then he shot 2 other people, and yeah, so Aaron Alexis, Myron May, and the Baton Rouge killer, so these are great people because they knew that their time was up, they knew that they were going to go down, but they said, hey, you know what, if I'm going to go down, I might as well take with me, 15, 20 gangstalkers, 15, 20 gangstalkers, because Myron May actually went to university and he shot like 10, 15, 20 people, and they all died. So that's great, man, because that sends a message that, if you fuck with us, we're going to fuck with you. And when we fuck with you, we're going to fuck with you big. You sent like, what, all these cocksuckers to harass us, but we're going to kill, one of us going to die, but 20, 30 of you guys are going to die. So, calculate the cost or the value or the interchange of the currency of life. So yeah, like I said, in America, definitely get yourself a gun in case you need to defend yourself. I heard a lot of TIs are definitely strapped, and that's a good idea. Definitely have a gun on you so you can be strapped in case you have to shoot people to death. And of course, a grenade in the worst emergencies when they are just coming after you to kill you. You take the grenade and then, poof, you're going to die anyway, so it doesn't really matter, you know what I mean? The grenade goes off and then you kill like, what, 6 people? 10 people? Awesome, man. And, so I'm saying, like, the possibility of death is definitely a possibility, and they could come after you and they can do a lot of things to you, and always be prepared for that. And I also think that we should be going on the offensive. We should definitely be going on the offensive. Sometimes you have to go to the offensive. It's not just being defensive and waiting for these people to come to you. I don't think there's anything wrong with you going on the offensive as well. If you find an opportunity where you can kill one of these people and get away with it, which there are ways to do it, by the way. You can definitely kill gangstalkers and get away with it. And there's many TIs that have killed gangstalkers and actually gotten away with it, you know. Because the only thing that you need, the only thing that you need to kill the gangstalkers and get away with it is maybe if you find one of them isolated, you know, and you stab him to death or you chop off his head or something, and then you leave the area. Now, if there are no witnesses, as long as there's no witnesses and no DNA evidence, like there's no witnesses, as in nobody saw what happened, there is no DNA because you didn't touch the victim. You're not going to leave like saliva or blood or something or sweat, right? And, you know, think about it. And no fingerprints. So like when you do it, you have to do it properly as well. Like it's not, you know. So no witnesses, no DNA, no fingerprints, and there's no CCTV, no cameras. And the amazing thing is this. Because you don't actually know these gangstalkers personally, so you're not actually linked to them socially. So the police are going to come, right? And they're going to say, oh, somebody got killed. Who is this person? And they're going to research and figure out who this person is that died, i.e. the gangstalker, right? And now they're going to say, who was this person hanging out with? Who are his friends? Did anybody see what happened? Nobody saw what happened. They're going to canvas. They're going to do something called a canvas. They're going to canvas the area, try to figure out who saw what happened. Nobody saw? Oh, okay. Well, who had social connections with this person? Who was this person, this victim, contacting or having social connections or relationships with? And they're going to be like, they're going to look at all the friends and acquaintances of this victim, but you're not going to be on that fucking list because you don't know the perpetrator. You don't know them personally. And the amazing thing is that although the perpetrators, when they see the TI and they go and they communicate with each other and they talk with each other about you, the amazing thing is they will not usually use your name in their private communications. They will not use your private name, your personal name. They're going to call you some kind of code word. You know, that code word might be, I don't know, whatever code word they have for you. And the code word is actually protective of you because it means that when the police look into their phones and they see this communication, your name is not going to show up. So there's nothing, guys, there's nothing tying you to this murder at all. You can get away with it scot-free. But anyway, that's if you want to go on the offensive, which you don't have to go on the offensive, but if you want to. But still, the possibility that these people might try to murder you is definitely a possibility. They may definitely try to come after you and kill you, and you have to be prepared for that. And that's why you need to be strapped. You need to have either a knife or a gun, and ideally both a gun and a grenade. This is just the way it is. All right, guys. So I hope that you like this video. I hope that you agree with me as well on my point of view. And if you have any comments, let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you guys in the next one.